gonna let customers. I'm not gonna let customers, do me any kind of way. You can't. But if you're young in the game and you're new and you're just starting out, you're gonna deal with a lot more people like that than I do, because I have been through a lot of people like that over the years I've been in business, and they're out there for you now. They were out there for me when I was young in the game. I went through those. They play games. I had to jump through all their stupid hoops and blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as I saw a way to get out of it, I got rid of them. And a lot of you guys might be going through the same thing, you know. Oh, we just picked up another one, a neighbor right here, so that's good. I've done the yard before. It's just been a couple years. Her son was doing it. I was doing it when her husband was alive, but her husband passed, and then her son started doing it, and he can't keep up with it. So we're doing it today, and it's going to be, and I told her today I charge $20 extra to get it in order, as long as she signed up for the whole summer. And she said, okay, done. Because I cut it for about 6 years. I didn't cut it last year, and this is the first time I've cut it this year. So it was good to have her back, but she's a great customer, man. She spins, and yeah. So and it's right next door to one that I'm already doing, so that makes us a little bit better. Because I was losing, I lost that one right there to brother-in-law doing it, and I lost this one to the son doing it, but I got this one back, and I'm still doing the one next door to this one. So yeah, we're gold now. Gold, I said. But yeah, so these two will be the last two of the day, y'all. Deuces. Just dropped the customer, y'all. I had to drop her, man. It's the one that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago, where she done got all this stuff, she done planted and everything. And so she was on the schedule for today, and she says, oh, let's wait, Say, I don't, So I rode by there, because it was on today's route. And so we're all over there by it, and it's freaking, calf high. So, and I just told her, I said, I'm going to pass. I'll put the text message up that I told her. I told her I'm just going to have to pass on the property, because my deal's for every 2 weeks. And if the customers don't want to do that, I understand, I get it. But they have to find somebody else to cut the grass, I mean, I'm not the only lawn man around. After she done added all this stuff onto it. And I even went up on the number, but now she wants to play games with the timing, so it just ain't hardly worth it to me. Especially now that I picked up the other one. I got that other one back, so we'll just kick that one loose, man, because it's a headache. And I know I advocate don't drop properties, but I had to, man. He's not gonna start playing games with me. It's already starting to bother me, and I wasn't gonna do that until I picked up the other one. I got the other one for the summer, and it's a lot easier, and it's $10 more too. So and it's right next door to another one that I'm doing. So, and it doesn't have all these obstacles. It's got some, but nothing like that. So, and they don't never play games with the time, never. So the two I got on that street, that'll be enough for me right now. And then what you have to do, if you ask me, is you have to have a clean slate to be able to take on more customers. It's hard to take on more customers, or not, when you got customers like her that, oh, it doesn't need it, or let's skip this time, or I'm gonna plant 1,000 flowers around so y'all can weed eat for an hour, that kind of thing. So it makes it hard for a guy like me to be able to manage my time. and to be able to make sure we're doing enough work, and I don't have to worry about, oh, well, they're probably not going to want me to come cut it. I'm just not going to do that. And then on top of all that, it takes twice as long the next time. So you let her deal with that shit. It's Ray. Hey, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good. We're busy. We're real busy, and I'm like I said in the text message, I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. I got to be able to count my money to be efficient and to make money out here.
No, I think you're mad. I think maybe you don't like it that I got all this.
Well, at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I don't have to like what a customer does to the property. I don't have to like it. I'm in business, right? It's not nothing personal. It's the fact that I got to be able to count. I got to be able to count my money so I can hire guys, fire guys, pay guys, and be efficient with my time and my fuel.
I think this property has always been very consistent for you, so I don't understand that.
Well, it's been more than 2 weeks, and you're telling me not to come. So now it's going to be two more. It's been it was on the 15th. I do this for a living. I keep records of everything.
You're a little bit early to the game, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion is not 2 weeks.
Until mid-May, maybe end of May.
Mid-May? No, it's every 2 weeks. That's my deal. And see, this is what I'm talking about right here. See, you're telling me that it hasn't been 2 weeks, and it's documented that it was 2 weeks ago.
It has been 2 weeks. You're right.
It's been like 17 days, 16 days. So that's fine. It's not a big deal to me because it's just work to me. But I can't.
Well,
I can't roll like that.
I would hate to push you because I know you're a good guy.
Well, it ain't about being a good guy, and you're a good lady. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
So what I'm going to ask you is to just reconsider that decision.
Now it's 2 more weeks, and I got to do it for the same money, and it's taking me twice as long, and it starts to drag my time. See, it's all about my time out here. I got to be able to manage my time, and the customers don't understand that. Then
can we just eliminate that problem and just say, okay,
I did.
2 weeks. You did. Yeah. Well, what I'm asking you is to please come for the next 2 weeks until like fall.
Yeah, but see, but by us not doing it today, you're setting me up for twice as long next time. A lot harder on the equipment.
No.
Yeah, it is because are you going to cut it today?
No, it just didn't need to be cut. That's all.
Well, what I don't understand is it does. I rode by there and I'm looking at the front yard and it's up to past my ankles. I don't know. I'm all over there. If your neighbor needs their grass cut and we have an arrangement, sometimes it may not need it as much as other times, and sometimes it may need it more. But you can't always win. I have to win sometimes too on that. Sometimes it may not need it as bad.
I always want you to win.
I don't want to win every time. The property is just becoming too much for me to have to fool with and try to make a living out here. And I got to be able to count my money and count my time. And it's just not worth it to me at the end of the day. And now you're saying, okay, well, come in 2 weeks and do it. Well, then nothing's changed. It's the same thing.
And when you come in 2 weeks, you're going to come in 2 weeks for the rest of the summer. So I don't understand. I just thought you asked me the other day, would you like me to come? And I'm thinking, no, it hasn't grown. I didn't know I was going to jeopardize my whole entire summer.
But it has grown.
No, but it really hasn't. I guess I'm just looking at the backyard.
I don't know. So you got me on the schedule to doing it once a month for the same money.
No,
see, I'm not going to do that.
I'm on the schedule for once a month.
Well, that's what you're doing because you're telling
every other week.
Yeah, but you're telling me to come back in 2 weeks. That'll be 5 weeks since I was there. That's over a month.
Well, Ray, it's not. It's just not growing time just
Okay,
yet.
well then you need to find a kid in the neighborhood that can do it at will whenever you feel like it needs cutting.
Okay,
Not a pro like me.
Please don't get mad at me.
I'm
Please
not
don't
mad.
get mad at me.
So I'm not mad at all.
I've always paid you well. You've
Everybody
always
pays
done
me
well
because
for
I don't do
me.
the property if they don't pay me. Come on, man. I work hard out here too. It's hot out here. And when I got customers that want to play games with the timing and everything, I don't want to do it. It's just too much trouble for me. At the end of the day, I hate to say it, sounds so asshole-ish about it, but that's how I feel because I work hard
I'm not trying to
too.
be complicated to you, Ray. I appreciate your work. You know I've always...
I'm not saying that, but I'm seeing that the property is going to become a problem for me. I can see the future. So.
And how is it going to become a problem?
Okay. Number one, the timing. Number two, you got all this stuff that you're planting back there. There's no place to blow the grass anymore like it used to be. There's the biggest thing is the timing and me not being able to count the money. I need to be able to count the money because see, like today, when I called you yesterday, I'm $70 short on today's pay, but I got to pay my guys the same amount of money. So well, who's taking a hit? I'm taking a hit.
Why don't you just say that to me? Why don't you just say that to me?
Because I don't want to.
Because
I don't want to beg the customer. I don't want to beg the customers to do their lawn.
No.
That's how I feel.
Let's just have conversations.
Well, I mean, I said on schedule tomorrow. You said, oh, let's just wait. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you should have just said.
But everybody else is on board with every 2 weeks. The only one that didn't want me to come today. The only one that said no. So I have to make arrangements for that. I have to fill in that hole, that $70 hole that I know the customer's not thinking about because, well, that's okay. They're not supposed to. They're not thinking about the $70 hole that I didn't get.
I'm sorry. I thought you were asking my opinion. And my opinion was, I don't think it really needs to be done. But your opinion is, well, by God,
it's not my opinion.
Done, or you're going to lose me.
It's not. No, I don't like to do that.
You were thinking like that.
No, it's not my opinion. It's the deal that I make with everybody every 2 weeks. That's the deal I make. And you, this is the second or third time that you've done that. You know, this is not the first time that you have asked me to skip. And sometimes it's more convenient than other times, but I don't want to start this year off like that. I don't want to start this season off like that. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad or nothing.
No, please just listen to me for a second. I didn't know it was a question of should you or shouldn't you. I mean, I look at the yard and I think, yeah, I don't think it needs to be done. Well, that's not.
But okay. Now I heard you out. Now when you know that I'm a guy out here, and this is how I make a living. This is how I pay for my baby's shoes and how I pay for my life. So when you tell me, oh yeah, just skip it. What am I? That's you're taking money that I'm counting. You're taking it away from me.
Okay.
Whether you intended to or not, the reality is.
I was not thinking like that. I was thinking, does the grass need to be mowed? Oh, probably not. But now that you're saying that, that's a different kind of story.
Well,
please don't take me off the list. Please don't take me off the list.
I'll go on and do it, but when I come in 2 weeks, can we bump it up a little bit? Because it's going to take me longer. I can't come today because I'm already back. I'm already almost home.
Okay.
So if I come in 2 weeks, it's going to be tall and bad. It's going to be bad. I mean.
Well, you just text me and tell me what to do because you know what? I've just come on. You know, this is I'm going into my first year. Well, I'm not going into my first year, but, you know, I'm a little bit new to this little season. Not so much. Last year was great, but I did do a lot of things. And so, can you just be patient with me and maybe communicate with me a little bit?
Okay, so look, so how about this? I'm trying to come up with a solid agreement that we both can stick to. That's what I want. Because I got to be able to project some.
Okay.
That's all. So so say in 2 weeks we come, and we were doing it for 70, right?
Correct.
So in 2 weeks it's going to be bad. So if you'll do 90 in 2 weeks, then back to 70 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I can do that.
Is that fair?
I can handle that.
I want to be fair. I'm not trying to beat nobody. I don't care.
I know. We're just all trying to figure it out.
So 2 weeks from
okay.
it'll be 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Damn, man. I really wanted to drop it, man. I'm weak, y'all. What can I say? She really wants to keep me on, so how can you not? I think she has an understanding. And I might have sounded tougher before I talked to her than I actually. Y'all know, man. Y'all know how it is with some of these customers, man. You have to. But that just shows you that these customers, man, they don't think about your business or anything. And it ain't that they're facetiously like that. No, some probably are, but they just don't think about that. And as anal as I was with her, she still wants me to work for her. And this is usually there's usually a fork in the road right here, where once you have words like that with a customer, it's just a matter of time. Sometimes not so much, but most of the time it's just a matter of time, especially if they really feel a certain type of way. I've had customers, do like that before, and I've had the same spiel with them, and but I used to be scared to have a confrontation with them. You can't be scared, man. You can't. You have to damn be direct, and because at the end of the day, a lot of the customers, they just don't even think about my time, my efficiency, me making a living, me having to pay guys, me having to pay for fuel, me having to do all these things in order to be able to run, and they just don't think about it. I don't think she was trying to be a hard ass or nothing. I just think that she really glanced out her backyard and said, oh, it doesn't quite need it yet, But with her property, especially with all the stuff that she's put out there, man, come on, man. The customer can't win every time, and neither can you, right? And I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to play games with the timing. Not at this point. So, on a property that's not really that desirable anyway, for me. It's not. But I think that, and I might just be naive, I think that after her hearing my reasoning and my spiel about time efficiency management and running a business and all that out here, she might see things a little bit different, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But I had to tell her. And the customers always say, well, we've always paid you. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody pays me, or I don't work for you. I mean, you're not doing anything great by paying for a service. If I had a problem with you paying me, then, well, I'm not having a conversation with you. We're just not going to do the property no more. And as rude as it may be to not pay me, I'm just as rude as not telling you that you're fired either. When you play games with the money. And playing games with the timing is right up there, though. It is. And you can't let these customers run you. Now, you got to be aware of where you're at financially in your business, and where you're at, mentally and all. You got to know where you're at. If you only got 8 customers, 10 customers, you might think twice before you do that. But I'm not gonna. I don't. I have a lot more customers than that, and I really didn't want to continue doing the property. But you know, after the way she was proactive and wanting me to come back, because I mean, I have a personal relationship with all my customers, you know, and I like to think that I could be candid with them and them not get offended. You know, I'm not doing anything, and I didn't say anything to her that I wouldn't say to any other customer that does this. Except for these days, I'm a lot less tolerant of it, you know, because I've been doing it a long time, and I know the beginning of the end, and it still may be the beginning of the end. Because she might have got off the phone with me and said, "Oh, hell no, I might try to find somebody else," but made sure that she kept me on board. So we'll see. Because when I go back again, she's at 70. I'm gonna charge her 90, and that's when we're gonna know if she's down for the summer or not. You ain't gonna have me skip and then have me come back 2 weeks later and hold my time up. And even I should be charging double, really. But double's a little bit much. Charge you extra 20. That ain't gonna make or break nobody, but still, it's hard on a player out here, y'all. I'm telling you, to make top dollar, man. And you got to put on a bunch of hats, and you got to damn deal with a lot of crap that you don't ever see if you're not in business, you know. And it's just the nature of it, man. And it's okay. I'm up for the challenge. I'm not gonna let customers, you know, do me any kind of way. You can't. But if you're young in the game and you're new and you're just starting out, you're gonna deal with a lot more people like that than I do, because I have been through a lot of people like that over the years I've been in business, and they're out there for you now. They were out there for me when I was young in the game. I went through those. They play games. I had to jump through all their stupid hoops and blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as I saw a way to get out of it, I got rid of them. And a lot of you guys might be going through the same thing, you know. But you can't let the customers run nothing, you know, to a certain degree. And a lot of people will probably look at that conversation and say, "Man, that ain't how you talk to no customer." Well, might not be. I didn't want to have that conversation with her. I started not even answer the phone. Y'all saw the hesitation. You know. But right or wrong, man, that's how I feel. And you know. And if I feel like that, then I'm willing to roll the dice and drop a customer. I don't ever recommend dropping no customer, man, unless you just have to. Now I'm gonna go in here and sit on the couch. I'm gonna jump in the pool and then rest, man. Deuces.